Hello again, class. This is chapter 9.4a, surface area and lateral area of prisms. And as I told you earlier, this lesson is probably going to be one of the tougher lessons of this whole chapter. So you've got to hang in there. Don't give up. You can do it. Surface area, by definition, means the sum of the areas of all of its surfaces. Back in 6th grade and in 7th grade, we would find the area of each face, and then we would add them all up. That's why we get the word sum, S-U-M. But in 8th grade, we teach you that there's another way of doing that, and that is by using something called lateral area, which means the sum of the areas of the lateral surfaces, meaning the surfaces that are not the base. And then we add to that the area of the two bases. There is a general equation or formula for prisms that says that lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism, and we usually actually put a sub p down here to tell us that it's the prism. Now, perimeter, this is what I've been trying to get across to you a little bit with some of these math minutes and so on. Remember that perimeter means we add up all four. If it's a rectangular prism, for example, we're going to add up the four sides of the base. If it's a triangular prism, we're going to add up the three sides of the base. If it's a trapezoidal prism, we'll add up the four sides of the trapezoid. That's the perimeter, and then we have to take it times the height of the entire prism. Now the surface area is going to be the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. We usually shorten it to surface area equals the perimeter times the height of the prism plus 2 times the area of the base. And all of the formulas that we're going to use and that are going to be on your flashcards are going to then just simply substitute the appropriate area formula for the capital B, for the base. Now those are those same area formulas that you learned in chapter 8. So let's look at our rectangular prism. We want to find the surface area. So our surface area here is going to be the perimeter times the height of the prism plus 2 times, now remember that our base is a rectangle, so we're going to take length times width. Now I'm switching out of base times height to length times W. I know on the last chapter I had both formulas as the formula for a rectangle's area. Now I'm going to substitute in the perimeter. The perimeter is going to equal the sum of all four of the sides of the bottom base. With rectangular prisms in particular, you have to figure that it is automatically sitting on its base. They're going to show it to you on the base, and that's not true for some of the other. So this side would be 4, and this side down here would also be 9. So we're going to add those together. 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. That's going to give us a total of 26. So for perimeter, I've got 26. This measurement right here is the height of the prism. So I'm going to take it times 2. Now, length times width refers to that rectangular base, so that's going to be 4 times 9. Our surface area is going to be 26 times 2, which is 52, plus 2 times 4, which is 8, times 9, which is 72. Now for the surface area, I'm going to add that together. 4 plus 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 5 plus 7 is 12. And since I'm working with area, I have inches squared. Now sometimes they are going to ask you for the surface area and the lateral area, or they'll usually say lateral area, surface area. I usually tell students, you know what, if they're going to ask you for the surface area, just calculate that first, because all we really need to do is take that left hand addend and use that, because lateral area is going to be perimeter times the height of the prism. So our lateral area is simply going to be taken from this left-hand add-end right here. And that's going to be 52 square inches. So as long as you're going to be calculating the surface area, why do the lateral area twice? Just do it once and use it from the surface area formula. Okay, now for triangular prisms. These are a little tougher again. Hang in there. It's the same basic idea, folks. We've got the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. Okay, so the surface area is still going to be the perimeter times the height of the entire prism plus 2 times the area of the base. Now remember that the base here is really a triangle. This is a triangular prism. Do not try to use that rectangle that it's sitting on right now as the base. That 5 by 8 rectangle is really a lateral face. That's not the base. The base is a triangle. So we have to use the perimeter of the base times the height of the entire prism, and then we want to use 2 times the area of a triangle. Well, if the area of a triangle is 1/2 BH and we want 2 of them, what's going to happen? This 2 is going to cancel, so we're really just going to have base times height. The base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. And that's where I get those sub numbers that go into the formulas. It means the perimeter of the base times the height of the whole prism plus the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle, because I need to have the area of the base, which in this particular instance is a triangle. So our surface area is going to be, now the perimeter of the triangle, if you'll notice, there's a tick mark here and here. That means that this slanted distance over here is also 10. So perimeter is going to be 10 plus 10 plus 5. And I'm going to take those back out because we have enough lines to look at. Okay, so 10 plus 10 plus 5 means 25. This is the height of the whole prism. So we'll take that times 8. Now, the base of the triangle is down here. Base of the triangle. The height of the triangle is this dash line shown back here. Now, sometimes they might actually show it to you right here. They might do that. And in that case, it's going to be 8.6. They'll often put it out to the side. Our book chose not to do that right now. So it's 5 times 8.6. So our surface area is going to be 25 times 8, which is 200, plus 5 times 8.6, which comes out to be 43. So our surface area is going to be 243. Now, did you notice that they didn't put any type of measurement down here? And this chapter does this quite often. You are going to have to put units squared. What if they asked you for the lateral area? The lateral area, again, equals the perimeter times the height of the prism. And again, we can just use this left-hand add-end down here, and we're going to get 200 units squared. Okay, now we're moving on to the third example. This is called a trapezoidal prism. That means the base of the prism is the trapezoid that they show you with this 10, 6, and a slanted height over here, and then this is 2. Okay, this is going to be another 2 centimeters right here. Some people actually will write that in there, and it's probably a good idea. But that trapezoid becomes your base, and you have to be careful for that. This is really the height of the whole prism. Our surface area formula says we still need to take the perimeter times the height of the prism. Now, we want to take 2 times the area of the base. This is where we are going to use that formula, b1 plus 1/2 b1 plus b2 times the height of the trapezoid. Our surface area is going to be the perimeter. Now remember, we want to use the perimeter of the trapezoid, which is this. So we're going to have 10 plus 10 plus 2 plus 6. That's going to be 28, but I'm going to take the box that I just drew out. 28 times the height of the whole prism, which I pointed out to you is 8. Now, 2 times 1/2, yes, that is going to cancel. Now here's where you've got to be careful. This 6 is actually the height of the trapezoid. This trapezoid has to be kind of turned over to its left. So this is going to be b sub 1, and this is going to be b sub 2, because here is your right angle. So my b sub 1 is 10, my b sub 2 is 2. Now the height of the trapezoid is this 6. 28 times 8 is 224. Now this cancels, so you don't have to worry about it. And you're going to end up with 12 times 6, which is 72. So our surface area is going to be 296 centimeters squared. Now again, if they do ask you for the lateral area, we write that formula down. But again, we're going to just use that left-hand add-in right here, and we're just going to write 224 centimeters squared. And that'll save us some extra calculating. And this concludes lesson chapter 9-4A. Please respond with bongo. Catch you next time.